Hello, Camp Ideas. Welcome back. My name is Miss Haley, and today we will be reading The Three Little Super Pigs. And after we're done with the book, we're going to be making our own little super pig, so stick around. The Three Little Super Pigs by Claire Evans. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who captured the big bad wolf in the house made of bricks. The hungry wolf fell down the little pig's chimney into a big pan of boiling water. He huffed and he puffed, but it was no use. He had fallen right into the pig's trap. "I'll get you one day, little pigs," the angry wolf shouted as he was carted off to prison. With smiles on their snouts, the three little pigs waved goodbye to the big bad villain. The citizens of Fairyland were very happy that the big bad wolf had been defeated. The little pigs were awarded special superhero status and became known as the Three Little Super Pigs. Working together, they all rebuilt the whole town out of bricks to keep everyone safe. "We love you, Super Pigs." From that moment on, the Super Pigs spent all their days being heroes and enjoying their newfound fame. When they weren't greeting their fans, they were fighting crime and stopping nursery rhyme bad guys. Meanwhile, deep inside Happily Never After prison, the very angry big bad wolf was hungrily plotting his revenge in his cold and dreary cell. A few weeks later, the Super Pigs were called to investigate a new crime. Mysteriously, one by one, bricks were starting to disappear all around Fairyland. This was very strange. The Super Pigs were on the case. Later that day, they received some shocking news. The big bad wolf has escaped. The residents of Fairyland were scared and once again turned to the Super Pigs for help. "Don't worry," the three heroes boasted. "We'll find that wolf and make him pay." The three little Super Pigs hunted high and low, far and wide, and long and hard, but the big bad wolf was nowhere to be seen. The pigs searched everywhere for clues. Some people claimed they'd seen the wolf dressed up as an old lady. So the pigs rounded up all the grandmas in Fairyland. But the wolf was a master of disguise, and they just couldn't spot him. Every day, more and more bricks disappeared from Fairyland. As night fell, the whole town locked themselves indoors, too frightened to go out. They hoped the Super Pigs would find the wolf soon. He was up to something big and bad. Back at home, the first Super Pig was relaxing when he sensed something strange. Suddenly, a dark shadow fell upon the room. "The big bad wolf!" cried the Super Pig. "I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, and I don't need to blow your house in, because I'm already inside," replied the pointy-eared wolf. The pig ran out through the front door, but he was met with a terrible surprise. The cunning wolf had built a gigantic wall around the Super Pig's houses using the stolen bricks from Fairyland. The Super Pig was trapped. Attempting to flee, the Super Pig tried to climb the brick wall using a ladder from the side of his house, but it was too short. "Gotcha!" sneered the wolf as he captured the helpless pig. Unaware of the danger, the second Super Pig was at home polishing his metals when he suddenly spotted something out of the corner of his eye. "The big bad wolf!" shrieked the Super Pig. "I don't need to huff, I don't need to puff, I don't need to blow your house down because I am already inside," growled the wolf. With a huge scream, the terrified Super Pig quickly ran outside and into the enormous brick wall. Desperate to escape, the little pig jumped onto a nearby trampoline, bouncing as high as he could, but it was no use. "Gotcha!" boasted the wolf as he caught the pig in his trusty net. "Two down, one to go," laughed the wolf as he prepared his delicious meal. The third Super Pig had heard all of the commotion and was busy hatching a plan when the big bad wolf suddenly appeared at his window. The Super Pig grabbed his gear, raced straight out the front door and down the path as quickly as his little legs could carry him. Working quickly, he freed his captured brothers from their tight pastry blankets, but it was not quick enough. "Ha, ha, ha, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I've built a wall around your houses and now you're trapped inside," laughed the hungry wolf. "You're no Super Pigs, you're my dinner." "I don't think so," shouted the third Super Pig. He whispered to his brothers, "Ready, set, let's go," and in a flash, they blasted off high into the night sky. The clever brother had outsmarted the silly wolf again, using his jetpack invention to save the day. The Super Pigs had left the big bad wolf trapped in his own self-built brick prison. The angry wolf raised his fists. "I'll get you yet, little pigs." Up in the sky, the three Super Pigs laughed out loud. "You'll never get us, not by the hairs on our chinny chin chins." And down below, the citizens of Fairyland cheered, "Wow, pigs really can fly." The three little pigs had saved Fairyland from the big bad wolf once again. They truly were superheroes. Hooray for the three little Super Pigs! The end. The supplies you'll be needing today are scissors, glue, any color construction paper, and pink construction paper. You'll need a couple of different colors depending on what you want to do with your Super Pig. Crayons, colored pencils, or markers, and a popsicle stick is optional. The first thing we're going to do is cut out our Super Pig. So the Super Pigs are about either an oval or a circle shape. So we're going to take our pink construction paper and our scissors. And if you need to trace out a circle or an oval first, go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and cut right into the paper. Right, here is the body for my Super Pig. It's a little bit bigger than my hand. You should try and get around this size, maybe a little bit smaller if you'd like, but don't go too small. Now we're also going to take our construction paper and we're going to cut out some little triangles for our ears. Don't need to be too big. So I'm just going to take this little strip, cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut out our ears. Now I rounded mine a little bit so that it looked a little bit more like the Super Pigs from our story. And to do that, you're just going to take your scissors, go like you're cutting out a circle, but go all the way up to the tip. And then again, there you go. Now once you have those ears cut out, go ahead and set them aside for now, and then we're going to get some hair cut out for our Super Pigs. Go ahead and match it to your own hair color. So mine is going to be black. If you don't have construction paper that matches your hair color, you can always take some white paper and color it in with your crayons or markers or colored pencils. Okay, and this is the hair I've chosen to give to my Super Pig. And I'm going to glue that on, and then once I have that glued on, I'm also going to find out where I want to put his ears. Alright, there is my Super Pig with his ears. Next step, I'm going to take a colored pencil and I'm going to draw a little face on him. Now, I got two little circles for eyes and some little eyebrows drawn above their eyes. And for the nose, we're going to draw a big oval beneath. And then we're going to draw two circles inside of that oval for the nostrils. And there's the nose. And then just a little bit under that, I'm going to draw a half of a circle. And color in half of that so that you can make his mouth any size that you want. I made mine really tiny. And then our next step, you have a choice on how you want to do this next part. I'll show you how to do each of them. We can either get some glasses like this one, a little mask like our guy in the middle, or this mask over here that just covers the eyes. Now for the glasses, you're just going to cut out a big enough square of whatever color paper that you want, and whatever size that you want. So if you want big glasses, you should probably go a little bit bigger than this. So we're going to have to cut this in half again. And then again, and from this piece, you're going to make a half circle. Do that with each piece, so all the squares, and you're going to cut each of them into that half circle shape. Once you have your half circles, go ahead and cut out the middle as best as you can. This may take a couple of tries. You can always make the rims of the glasses a little bit thicker if you'd like. And then here you go. These are two pieces. You're just going to put them together as best you can so they fit over your pig. Now I'm not going to glue mine on, but that is the next step. You may need to trim the sides down a little bit so they match up, and then you'll do that with both pieces. And then taking some scraps from your half circle, you're just going to cut out a very tiny little rectangle, and this will connect your glasses. So again, I'm not gluing mine down yet because I'm going to show you how to do the other masks, but it'll go something like that on your pig. Alright, the next one will be the eye mask, and for that you're just going to need a little rectangle. This one's very simple. Just make sure it's big enough to cover your pig's face. You can always take two rectangles and glue both of them onto your pig if they don't quite fit. And then with this, you're just going to take your scissors and you're going to go and make it round on one side. And then you will need to redraw your pig's eyes on top. But grab that. And it will look something like that. Now for the mask that covers your pig's entire head, you're going to want to make sure that it will fit. So you are going to take your pig and you are going to line him up on the back of whatever color paper you want. And you're going to draw a little line where he ends. So mine will go right there. Give yourself a little bit of room in case you make a mistake. And then from there, you are going to cut out a shape that will cover your pig's head. There we go. It's right over top. And then you're going to need to be very careful around the ears. Again, I am holding this up so that it fits my pig's head. This one is a little bit more complicated than the others. So I am tracing. You can always trace this first with a pencil if that is easier for you. And we're just going to follow the shape of his head all the way around. Now if you want to add a little horn like the pig on the front of the book, what you're going to do, I'm going to cut very carefully up from the top. There we go. And again on this side until you reach, and you will do this with the pig facing you. I'm just trying to make sure that you could see. So all the way down, and then continue cutting all around. And now he'll have that little horn sticking up. Make sure, line it up still. And again, you can always use more than one sheet if that helps. And then I need to trim it up because it's covering his nose. And there is our face mask. And again, you will need to redraw some eyes on there. Your colored pencil, marker, or crayon. And if you want, you can always add more hair on top. There we are. Now, my favorite were the glasses, so I'm going to stick those on now. And now I have my glasses on my pig. And now we are going to do the clothes. Now I'm just going to take my colored pencil for this, and I'm going to draw on my Superpigs uniform. I'm going to start the shirt a little bit below the mouth, and then almost all the way down, I am going to draw another line, and that will be the pants. Once you have your clothes decided, maybe you want to do a dress or a skirt instead, just take whatever color you want to color it in with and maybe make some stripes or some polka dots and get really creative with the clothes. I've still been thinking about our project from Monday with the Crayon Save the Rainbow, so I went ahead and did a rainbow shirt for the uniform and some black pants. And now we need to get our pink construction paper back out, and we're going to make some arms and legs before we move on to the cape. Now for our arms and legs, we are just going to need 4 very similar shapes. Just a couple of rectangles. Now 2 of these rectangles should be a little bit bigger than the other 2. So I cut out 2 bigger ones. And these are going to be the legs. So here are my arms. And here are my legs. Now the legs are going to be a little bit bigger because we're just going to put the boots right onto the legs. So for the boots, you are just going to make them a little pointy at the end. And then you are going to take your marker, crayon, or colored pencil, and you're going to color in as high as you want them. So I'm going to take mine about halfway up, so right about there, and I'm going to color in everything on the bottom for both. And with those colored in, we are going to take our glue stick, and you're going to put it on the front where your boots are. And you're going to stick them to the back of your pig. Need a little bit more glue, but they should look just like that. Now the arms we're just going to glue on as they are, and then we are going to get another color out, maybe the same color as your shirt, maybe to match the masks, and we are going to make some gloves. So there are my pig's arms. And I will be using purple to make his hands, and for that I have some scraps left over from the glasses that I made, and you could start with whatever size you want, but I'm just going to make little circles for mine. There we go. And now our final step, you are going to take whatever color you'd like, and we're going to give him a big cape. Right. So I'm going to use blue for my cape, and I don't want it to hang beneath his feet because I don't want him to trip when he's running. So we are going to make sure it's not too long. You can always trim it after you cut it. Just remember you can't make it longer, so you should always want to start longer and then trim it down as you need it. So mine needs to be a little bit shorter. It's about this long now. Alright, that's much better, and now we are going to make it a little slimmer. And I'm not going at a straight line, I'm going out. So it looks a little bit like a skirt once it's all cut out. I'm going to try and get it right, oh, I just lost a leg. I'm going to try and aim it right behind his shoulders. And there we go. We're going to glue that just like that. And I'm going to stick his leg back on. There is my Super Pig. Now if you have popsicle sticks, what you're going to do, you're going to take it and put it right along his back, and then you will have your own little Super Pig puppet. Now that is the end of our craft for today. I hope to see you next time.